Hi everyone, Deb here, Dahlia Designs. I apologize for not being on very much, but since the beginning of last week, my son and I have both been sick and we have had COVID. So I don't know if we still do. I'm feeling a lot better. My voice still sounds weird. I still am, congested somewhat, but much better. My son has it worse than me, but he seems to be getting a little better too. Anyway, long story short. So I had told you before that I was going to try and do some just because jewelry videos, and this one I need to get done. By the way, our Christmas was kind of canceled. My daughter needs this for a Christmas present. All her plans were canceled because at the same time we got COVID, her youngest got some kind of intestinal stomach bug, and she's just now 48 hours clean of that, and that was a week ago too. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff going around. This video is not about getting sick though. It's about jewelry making. So I had this, I already thought I was recording this once and had to restart. I had this bracelet which I had already made. It had two more beads on the end here, and it had this clasp on it, and I can see I had it at my craft fair, and my daughter saw it and really liked it for a gift for someone, her stepmother actually. Of her dad remarried. Anyway, um, so she asked me if I could shorten it, and well, actually, she asked me to make another one just like it. But the problem was some of these beads were out of the February 2021 Spring Rain kit, which from Bargain Bead Box, which I apparently didn't use much of, and there's pretty colors. I really need to use that. But I didn't have any more that had this, their aquamarine, this orangey color. So I pulled in some of my own carnelian, but she didn't like the shape of those and how dark orange they were. She liked these better. So I said, I don't have any more of those. So we agreed I would just shorten this one. I also didn't have any more of these little tiara cast turtles. So she liked the two-tone look with the copper and the silver. So she said, maybe take some of those beads off. So take two of those beads off and use a silver. She wanted a toggle clasp, but maybe use a silver that'll bring in the silver in the turtle. I said, okay. So when I was previously recording, I thought, um, I took it all apart, um, and I laid it out the same way because she liked that pattern. So I have some Acuflex, oops, it's stuck on there, 49 strand copper beading wire. I've had in my stash for a long time. You get that at Fire Mountain. And so I'm using that. And I have a crimp tube and wire guardians, and I do not know where they're from because I had them out on my beading table now for several weeks and just never got to doing it because I was busy doing shopping and then I got sick. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and crimp this and restring. And then before I crimp the other side, we're going to test the size of it to make sure, because I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. My daughter's wrist is smaller than mine. She's smaller than me, thankfully. And I'm not small anywhere but my wrist, really. Well, mostly. Anyway, so, and she said this person is, her wrist is smaller than hers, which is, wow, I didn't realize that. Anyway, so I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. Actually, let me leave that on there. We'll start stringing and then I'll cut that tail some. So that's it. I have a wire guardian and a crimp tube, number 2 crimp tube. And I do have here little bead caps, which were also from that kit, and these quartzite, I think they were crackled quartz or quartzite, I can't remember. Anyway, we're just going to restring it the same way. And let me put these first few through this piece here. I don't know why. It doesn't, I don't think it really matters, but it's just something I normally like to do. Sometimes I don't because the beads won't fit that. And I'm gonna go ahead and snippy it here, making sure I don't cut the wrong one. Here we go. All right, and then continue with these turtles. Now the turtles were not part of the kit. They were, I think I got them at, I don't remember where I got them, but I had a whole strand of them from some, oh, I think it was like a Rings and Things show from years ago or something. I forget. Anyway, you can find them different places. They are dyed howlite, actually, the turtles. Turquoise dyed howlite. And then this. I have the turtle hooked, the silver turtle hooked on with a oval. It's sort of, it's like 6x7, so it's sort of, it's oval, but it's not super oval, if you know what I mean. And like that. And then these two 6mm hold it in place. So you don't really need to see me string. But I decided I'm going to go ahead and make that other one too, but I think it's going to be too long, and I'll probably just use the clasps. I don't know if I want to use the clasp that was on this one. It's pretty, but I'm not sure it holds together real well for a bracelet. So I think I might change that out also for, I can't see the hole in this one, for a toggle clasp. There we go. Which I have out also. So I think we'll do that one too, except I may have to put you on pause and get 2 more crimp tubes for that one, because I thought the crimp tubes I had out were going to be for that one, but it's okay. I want to give my customer, my daughter, what she wants, right? Yeah. I did have another order. I had a custom order from a different customer, and I already delivered that to her back in closer to when the sale was. I'm gonna just test this real quick. I need to get I think it might still be too big. Let me check something. I have a board here. So 6.5 might even be too big. I'm gonna go with it. A 6-inch. It's bigger than a 6-inch, but it's gonna be like it's gonna be close to 6.5. That might actually be too big still, but I think I'm gonna go with that anyway. All right, let's just do that and see. I don't know. The only other thing I could think to do, because if I take these off, I think it would be too small. And I like those on it. They add more dark blue. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with it. And if she needs it shortened again, I'll just have to do it again. Okay, where'd you go? There you go. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas if you celebrate it, and that you're enjoying the holiday season. I am going to go up to my daughter. My youngest granddaughter's birthday is today, and I was originally going to run up today and drop off their Christmas presents and her birthday present. However, I talked to my daughter, and I talked to my granddaughter. I'm going to go up tomorrow instead because, well, actually, yeah, maybe tomorrow afternoon, because we both have one item that is late getting here. Hers is for my son and mine is for my daughter. So anyway, so that might work out better if they come on time. The only problem is I don't get my mail till like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So if it comes late, yesterday it didn't come till like 3:30 or something. And anyway, so we were gonna get together maybe like for New Year's, but I don't know. My son's still being sick, and I really don't feel like wearing a mask. I think we'll just drop it off, and we'll get together another time. You know. Okay, so I put the wire guardian on. I put the um, clasp through it. I'm going back through the crimp tube, and I'm going to go back through a couple of these beads and pull it tight. Just down through that blue one there. Well, maybe not that blue one. Yeah, I want to go through the blue one. But not the turtle. Old hands don't want to work as good. There we go. And then we'll kind of move it around a little bit, make sure it has movement. All right, now that I have that on, let me retest one more time before I latch it together and see. Let's latch it together. It's a tight 6.5, so I think it'll be all right because my daughter's probably a 6.5 if I'm 6 3/4. So I think this other person is probably a little less than 6.5. So I think it'll be all right. I hope. So let's go ahead and crimpy crimp this, and then we'll be done with it. I'm not going to bore you with doing the other one, but I just wanted to show you what I was doing. It's kind of a, you know, just because I needed to do it. Make sure that's tight in the wire guardian and crimp. Now before I go around a circle, I'm going to do the pull test. It's a little bit looser than I thought it was, but it's okay. It'll have some movement in there. A little bit. And what I could do is put on a crimp cover, but to be honest with you, I really don't like those. I like the way they look if you can get them done right. I'm just checking this crimp. All right, there it is. And oops, I don't think these are soft flex crimps, but that's okay. All right, feels pretty good to me. So I'm going to go down here and snip this off close to that bead without cutting the other wire. And there we go. There's our finished revised bracelet. And then I'm probably going to shorten this one a little bit just by those last 2 beads maybe. And I think I have to see, because when I put this clasp on instead, let's see what size that one is. And I'll put that one out for sale then instead of the other one. I think I was going for 7 inches here. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it, because if I put the lobster clasp on instead of the other toggle, it will be just right as a 7-inch. So I'm going to go with that. Do you guys like, what size do you wear? 7, 7.5? I tend to try and make them around 7. But some people I know have bigger wrists and some have smaller, like my daughter and her stepmother. So yeah. All right, guys, that's all I have for right now. I had a whole bunch of Christmas stuff laid out to work on. I was going to actually make some stretch bracelets, which I really don't like doing. I just put all that away today because I was tired of having it here on this mat and I couldn't do anything with it there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'm going to reprice. I have to change this in my, I have a piece inventory system, change it to remove these two and this toggle clasp, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to restring this one on here now. So I'll save this though, because I can probably use this for another project, another short bracelet, and that toggle or something. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful new year. I may be back again before the new year starts, so we'll see. All right, guys, take care. Hugs, love, and peace.